If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Jersey Joe on the radio. We are flying through this morning. Mamma mia, but we're loving every second of it. We hope you are too. 8:27 right now on AM 970, The Answer. Here we are rolling into Christmas, rolling into Hanukkah. Mamma mia, you can't make this up. Curtis Ellis has been on the show for a while. He comes on, kind enough to always call us, and we have a mutual friend in Professor Charlie Finch, and we love Curtis. And then lo and behold, I say to Frankie Five Bros, where's Curtis Ellis? Oh, well, he's down at the White House now. He's down in the administration. Now Curtis Ellis Sr. is a policy advisor for America First Policies. Curtis, congratulations, man.
All right, thank you.
Serving the great United States of America. How's it going down there?
We are making America great again.
Look at you, man.
Removing one regulation at a time. We're going to get this tax reform done. We're moving forward on just every front. Look, just the other day, President Trump took us out of the UN Compact on Migration. The UN was going to tell us how to write our immigration laws. Donald Trump said, not so fast, friends. We're going to do that ourselves. We don't need the UN to tell us how to write our immigration laws. We're quite capable of doing that.
So at this event at Cipriani on Saturday morning, I was a guest there.
Oh.
Curtis. Well, we were up front, close person. I'm watching Donald Trump, and I say this, and I say this objectively, man, with no skin in the game. He's on fire. He's focused. He's pumped up.
Yeah.
He's pumped up, and he's feeling this. He feels the momentum,
yeah.
And I don't even know if the way right conservatives, who like Mike Pence, are happy about that.
Right.
The deep state is not happy about that.
No.
But he's on fire. And then he told us this, and this is all business people, by the way, and I'm virtually a small businessman myself.
Sure.
And he goes to a country, and there's like a trade deficit of like $39 billion, let's say, for example.
Yeah.
We give a small country, South America, $39 billion. Then they turn around and they go buy military equipment, and they buy it from another country.
I know, it's unbelievable.
He was up there, and in front of everybody, goes, "That's not going to happen anymore."
That's right.
And every business person, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, say, Now you're talking common sense, Mr. President.
Exactly. Look, he said we're going to get this country going again with tax reform, trade reform, regulatory reform, energy reform. He's moving forward on all four fronts. We're renegotiating NAFTA right now to get rid of these crummy trade deals like NAFTA is. Right now, India, we give them total open access to our market. They're selling everything from manhole covers. Look down on the street. When you cross the street, you'll see Made in India on the manhole cover. We try to sell stuff to India. Sorry, get in line, pay off this one, pay off that one, add a tariff, add a tax. Forget about it. It doesn't happen. That's not going to happen anymore. We're going to clean that up.
Manhole covers are made in India?
Yeah, I'll show you. I got a picture of one on my phone. It's like unbelievable. Like we don't know how to make manhole covers anymore?
No, but and then
that's a job Americans won't do. Manhole cover. Forget about it. Let me get an Indian. I'll get some Swami or something to make my manhole cover.
Jeez. Oh, my God. So tell us about the Supreme Court's decision on the travel ban. How significant is that?
So there's another victory.
Yeah.
Another victory. They all said, oh, my gosh, Donald Trump won't be president. Then they said he can't get nominated. Then they said he can't do this. And, he can't do a travel ban. The Supreme Court will never uphold the travel ban. Well, guess what? They just did 7-2. They threw out that lower court ruling. That crazy guy in Honolulu said the president can't put in a travel ban. And they said, yes, he can. It's right there in the law and right there in that thing called the Constitution, President. And so now we are able to decide if you're some kook from Chad and you're a Muslim extremist, Islamic terrorist, you're not getting into the country. We got to check you out. And this is exactly what they said. Another example of the experts all being wrong.
Yeah, it's so true. And now the thing, and help me out here, Curtis, because we've known you for a while now. And by the way, thank you for coming to the show.
Yeah, see, there's Made in India, manhole cover.
Oh, my gosh. Well, now, why would we do that? We could use the jobs.
That's right. We could use the jobs. And as a matter of fact, they've been cited for dumping these at below cost. They got guys barefoot and virtually naked making these things in their backyard, right? In India, right?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about New Jersey. They do it right in New Jersey.
Thank you, Curtis. Thank you. But the president has the ability to turn that around, doesn't he?
That's right.
He could bring it back. And now I'm waiting, and I want to hear what you got to say about a couple other things.
Yeah.
But will the president bring Tim Cook and Apple to the United States of America?
Well,
I have more Apple products. This is a running joke on the show.
Right.
Al always busts my chops. He goes, Apple this, Apple that, Apple this, Apple that. Some work, some do not work. Can you make the product in America,
Thank
Tim
you.
Cook?
Is that not asking too much? The president is talking to Foxconn. Foxconn is the big contract manufacturer. They're talking about setting up a factory in Wisconsin, and that would make Apple products. Yeah, Tim Cook was over there in China the other day saying, we agree with China on having an open internet. Excuse me, Tim, did you get the memo? China censors the internet. It's the great firewall of China. You can't get on the internet if you say anything bad about Xi Jinping or who's on first or whatever.
I know, and I got my Apple Watch. I got the iPhone I bought and everything.
Well, they're listening to you, by the way. They're made in China. The Chinese are listening to the show right now. 1.5 billion Chinese are listening to Joe Piscopo right now.
Oh, God, listen, we should be so lucky. Do you know all the Chinese that were at that fundraiser the other day?
Yeah.
They was Chinese Americans because you got to be an
Right.
American citizen to make the donation. So Donald Trump, I said this earlier yesterday, he's a rock star. He's a rock, Curtis.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not just gloating. You know, I have no skin in the game. I'll say that 1,000 times. They go, all I know is I'm sitting, and we're close up to the stage. I got bumped by every Chinese American. Bumping. But you know why?
Oh, to get to the
yes,
front of the line.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
they want their picture. They want to stand there with President Trump in the background. It was like Elvis Presley.
Oh, yeah. There were some bumping you. There were some Jewish ladies when the good pastrami comes into the deli. They'll just like roll right over you to get to the front.
There was this one gal kept saying, and get picture, and they were standing in front of the president because it's amazing internationally the respect that this president commands. Seriously.
And the Indian Americans love him too. They love him. They love Trump. You know, they're just on fire for him.
It's great to have you. How are you doing otherwise? Are you watching most of the time then?
I split my time. I try to spend as much time in New York as possible. This is the city.
Yeah,
we
man.
love New York.
But thanks for coming in because Kellyanne was at the table we were at.
Oh, great.
But everybody. But then no one calls anymore, Curtis. You called back. We appreciate it. Now you not only did you call back, you showed up.
It's like, what am I, chopped liver?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You were there with Trump right at the beginning. You were on the Trump train.
You know what? I don't. It was what choice did we have? I always
Exactly.
say. What choice? I don't hate
got
Hillary.
it. You get the issue. You know why Trump was elected. He's a regular guy. People are sick of these insiders. That's why they voted for Trump. And the same thing going on with Alabama now. Yeah. Like, don't tell me what he said, what he did. We know he's not one of those swampies. He's not one of those swamp creatures. That's what people want.
And Roy Moore. Yeah.
And as far as Roy Moore, look, the people of Alabama are going to make up their mind. Mm-hmm. We have a system in this country where the people get to pick who serves in the government, not the media elite. Now, I know you're the media elite. I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, that's us, the mainstream media right here on the morning show. We're the black sheep. Yeah. We're the black sheep of Salem media. Are you kidding me? But with the Roy Moore situation, I don't know why I don't feel comfortable with this guy. I think it's because of he's a little severe. He's severe with his anti-gay marriage, and he's just a little too severe for me. And I think some of us would have liked to have heard the president say, hey, look, Luther Strange was my guy, not Roy Moore. But, it's the Republican. But I guess he's got to do that. Like Jeannie Zaino just said a moment ago here, he needs that vote.
Well, right now, the question comes down to who is going to pick the next Supreme Court justice. Is it going to be Chuck Schumer? And we all love Chuck, right? No, is it going to be Chuck Schumer or is it going to be Donald Trump? We need that vote in the Senate. Yeah. And look, I'm not comfortable with everything Roy Moore does, but it doesn't matter. I don't live in Alabama. I don't get to vote there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we think. Look, sure, do we like Jerry Seinfeld dating 17-year-olds? Maybe not. Do we like Roy Moore dating 17-year-olds?
Wait, how did Jerry get thrown in there? Did Jerry?
Shoshana Lowenstein. Remember back in the day? Shoshana Lowenstein. He would pick her up at the parents' house on the Upper East Side. She was 17. He was 38. He was at the top of his game. He just made $1 zillion on the show. So, some things are kind of hinky, but whatever.
I didn't miss that one. But Jerry's a friend, and we support him. And now, of course, he's happily married. And
he asked the mother, "May I date your daughter?" And yeah, sure.
Man, oh man, now I'm gonna get into trouble with my man Jerry. Curtis, give us before we let you go, man. Give us any inside line that we should know that's gonna happen coming out of the White House soon. Anything information that you could break on these? No one's listening, so just us.
No one's listening, just us. And 1.5 billion Chinese listening to your Apple Watch. We're going to be we are renegotiating NAFTA.
Yeah.
He's fulfilling that promise.
He's fired up about that.
He is fired up. Wilbur Ross is a great man, and our trade representative Bob Lighthizer.
Yeah.
These are experienced,
Yeah,
hard-nosed negotiators. I mean, Wilbur Ross has bought and sold companies the way we buy underwear. They're just holding the Mexicans and the Canadians' feet to the fire. If you want to build a car in Mexico, you got to use American parts as well.
Yeah.
And you can't just bring it all in from China and then sell it as made in Mexico.
Well, and you're so we appreciate your valuable time, man. Rex Tillerson. See, I was very tenuous about that. It's an oil guy. I really like Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State.
I met him. He's a very nice man.
He looks like a very tough guy.
Yeah.
Rex Tillerson. You don't mess with that, Texas. Am I right or wrong?
That's right. That's right.
But now, why does the president want to possibly replace him with Pompeo?
That's more fake news.
Okay.
That's just more fake
All
news. Right. They're churning out this fake news all the time, as you saw with Michael
Brian
Flynn.
Ross.
It's
Brian
like Brian
Ross,
Ross. Oh my gosh, Brian Ross! What a fraud!
Yeah.
This is another example of the president exposing all the lies that we've all lived with.
Yeah.
For decades, that the media is objective. No, it's not. Independent prosecutors are independent. No, they're not. They got people stacking the deck.
Oh, we got to go. But my goodness gracious, that whole thing, the Mueller thing.
My gosh,
is he going to fire
he ain't
Mueller?
Elliot Ness, untouchable. He's all touched all over the place.
Will he get a prosecutor like Charlie?
He's been touched since he was at St. Andrew's School.
Yeah. Well, our mutual friend Charlie Finch said that maybe we get a prosecutor overlooking Mueller. Will that happen in Comey?
That'd be great.
Huh?
That's what we need.
Well,
exactly.
Will the president go there? Do you think?
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Curtis, thank you. Thank you for joining us, brother.
Thanks
Keep
for
up.
having me up
And
here.
you know what? Thanks for
next time I'll wear my tuxedo so we can be dressed the same.
Okay. And thanks for remembering your friends, brother. We appreciate that.
Always.
Our best to the president.
You are the best, Frankie.
Thank you. Curtis Ellis right there.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.